remember the night I left like it was yesterday. The cold silence of my parents' house, the smirks and whispers behind my back. They called it a foolish dream, becoming a game developer. That's not a real job, my father sneered. You're embarrassing this family, my mother hissed, eyes filled with disappointment. They mocked me, told me I'd fail, that I was wasting my life chasing an illusion. But I couldn't drown out their voices. I couldn't let their doubt define me. So I worked in the shadows, pouring everything I had into code, into worlds I could build with my own hands. Every late night, every rejection letter, every bug that made me want to quit, those were my battles. I faced homelessness, hunger, and silence from those I once called family, that I refused to give up. I knew I was destined for more. Years later, I stood at the top. My game, the one I fought for, became a phenomenon. It broke records, won awards, and changed the industry. I had built a legacy from nothing, turning my passion into power, proving that dreams aren't foolish, they're divine. The day I decided to return home was a storm inside me. I wanted them to see what I'd become. I wanted them to understand the pain and persistence it took. I arrived unannounced, my eyes burning with quiet triumph. The house had aged, but the familiar scent of burnt coffee and worn wood still lingered. My mother was in the kitchen, stirring something on the stove. I stepped inside, and her face blanked for a moment before recognition dawned. "Finley, Mother," I said softly, "I've come home." She looked at me, eyes widening in disbelief. I could see her struggling to find words, her face shifting from scorn to something darker, more complex. My father entered the room, eyes narrowing as he took in my attire, my confidence. "Look around," I told them, voice steady. "This is my creation now. All the nights I stayed awake coding, the sacrifices I made, they weren't foolish. They built me into someone you never thought I could be." I pulled out my phone, showing them the awards, the headlines, the fans. My parents stared in stunned silence, their faces a mixture of pride and regret. They had mocked my dreams, called me a fool, but now they saw the truth. I had turned their doubts into my fuel, and I had won. Then I looked directly at my mother. "All those years you told me I was wasting my time. Did you ever think I'd rise this high? Did you ever believe I'd prove you wrong?" She hesitated, tears welling up. But he said nothing. I didn't need their approval anymore. I had already earned my victory. Standing there, I realized something profound. I had returned not just to show them what I'd become, but to finally claim the respect I'd been denied. I didn't need their validation. My success had already spoken for itself. My story is a testament to resilience. To anyone out there who's been laughed at, dismissed, or told they're crazy, keep going. Because one day you'll return, not as the fool they mocked, but as the person who refused to give up. And when that day comes, their eyes will finally understand. Your dreams are worth fighting for.